Hello, I'm Taha, and this is a quick and dirty Revenant guide skill build. I won't go over gear, I will go over skills and basically what you do want to be doing. This is the idea, like the template of Revenant. Revenant is sorcery, armancy, and occultism. It's an amazing mage class. You will have a lot of impact in RVR, and playing this wins you PvP, it wins you ward bosses, it wins you the game, bro. Just like play Revenant, please. So going over skills, everything in sorcery is essentially self-explanatory. I won't go over a lot of ancestral choices. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I will try to answer ASAP. For occultism, however, you do have a lot of freedom. Just don't take Boneyard and don't take Cursed Thorns, and you should be good. The idea is to have at least 4 points, so one more, so you can access Hell Spear. A lot of these can be good. Try to experiment with them. I personally like Summon Wraith and Summon Crows, very good. The other 3 can also be very nice. So let's say you have something like this. What I would suggest doing from here on out is to either go Flame Barrier for this passive, Sorcery Adept. This passive is a lot of damage. Oh look, PvP. You can also do what I personally do, which is taking Flame Bolt and Arc. Just keep in mind, I do this because I'm lazy and I don't wanna keep swapping between skills and shit in RVR. So I wanna always have Arc and Flame Bolt because they're more useful for like 1v1 and smaller scale fights. In RVR, there's basically almost never a scenario where you should be casting Arc Lightning, or especially Flame Bolt. Leaving that aside, in Armancy, you can of course try to spec Protective Wings, Flame Conversion Shield. Very good. I would suggest Stone for Protective Wings, and then take Bracing Blast. This is very nice if you know what you're doing. If you're a newer player and you can't judge when and when not to use Bracing Blast, please don't spec it. You will be hurting your raid instead of helping it. If you do, however, know when is a good situation to use this, this is absolutely amazing, especially if you're playing against an enemy that loves playing like melee ball or mage ball, or overall like ball heavy RVR. Occultism, you can of course go play that with Deathless Vengeance. They have a combo. Again, if you don't know what it is, if you have Deathless Vengeance and you can't play that, boom, you stun enemies. Very nice CC. I like Summon Crows a lot because I am currently playing against a lot of melees, and this helps a lot against melees. So, how you play Revenant? This is, I assume, why you're here in the first place. The idea is you pull enemies, you CC them, you kill them. It's that easy. Your priority is always gonna be CCing. This is a very valuable lesson that a very great Rev player taught me, is to always prio using your CCs over just like dishing out damage. Your damage doesn't matter. No one gives a fuck about your damage. Everyone needs your CC, your utility. And you have a lot of that. You have Occultism, very good. And you have Sorcery, like Freezing Earth, Frigid Tracks, Meteor, God's Whip, Lens, like, bro, like everything here, almost everything here is some sort of CC or utility. Lightning Meteor, for example, is, I wanna say, one of the best CCs you can get in this game. I know the damage is huge, but even if it did 0 damage, I would still very much spec it and use it and love it. Same in Occultism. Shadow Vortex doesn't do damage, but it's amazing. Absorb Life Force, it doesn't do damage, but it makes enemies receive less healing from their healers and pots and shit. So always prio this. The idea as a Rev is this item, Immortal Warden's Shield, aka Lip Shield. So this is an item you can get from Abyssal Library. You can get the tier 1, which is Disciple's Shield. You upgrade it to T2, and then if you upgrade it to T3, you get something like this. You can also kill the first boss of Ibnish Sanctuary and drop a T3 shield straight. This item is amazing. You cast it on anyone, even yourself, actually usually yourself, and it pulls enemies in a huge fucking radius around that person to them. What you wanna do as a Rev is to identify enemy comps, pull them towards yourself with a Lip Shield, then CC them with stuff you have like Health Spear, actually mostly Health Spear. You debuff them with Lightning debuff. This makes them take more damage from flame skills. Then you cast Searing, and when you cast Searing, you can't be CC'd. So you're just like fucking killing the fuck out of people. The very base idea of the combo that I very much like to do is to do frigid tracks. So anyone that comes like kinda around me is frozen. Before doing that, I actually pop my lens, I put a magic circle so I can safely come out if like shit is like dangerous. I just like magic circle back. And the live rev is obviously better than a dead one. So yeah, then you do frigid, you pull enemies with Immortal Warden Shield, don't pull with Vicious Implosion. Vicious Implosion puts a debuff on enemies which doesn't let them be pulled again by another person's Vicious Implosion for some time, which is not something you want. And it basically grants them immunity to Vicious Implosion, which has an amazing effect of cutting enemies received healing. So do not be making your comps with this. The range is small, like the AoE it pulls is very much smaller compared to Lip Shield. T3 Lip Shield has 2.25 times the area. Yeah, what I use Vicious Implosion for is to kinda like re-pull my enemies after I pull them once. With Lip Shield, this will kinda re-clump them on me so I can DPS them easier, and it also heals cut them, so they have a very higher chance of dying. Again, the idea, I cast Frigid, I cast Lip Shield on myself. The way you can do this, you can use any item in the game on yourself by holding Alt. So my Lip Shield is on Shift V. If I press it once, it's equipped. If I do Shift V and Alt, it's gonna activate on myself. Or I mean, you can use it on enemies too, but yeah. So Frigid, Lip Shield on yourself. I switch to my actual staff. Here on one, I'm sorry, I'm broke. I have it, for example, on backtick, so I do like Shift V first, then I do Shift V Alt, then I do backtick. This will make a pull on myself. It has a delay, keep in mind, and I switch to my staff. I Health Spear, so I have like this Health Spear with a delay under my feet. I vicious enemies again, so I heal cut them, if they can be pulled with Vicious Implosion. In fact, a lot of times they cannot be because they're immune because someone else has used the skill. I do this, I do God's Whip, Meteor, God's Whip, Thwart, God's Whip, Freezing Earth, and then Searing. You can skip Searing, Freezing Earth, use it, save it for other situations. But yeah, with God's Whip, the Lightning Ancestral gives you the ability to kinda animation cancel, which is very good. Let me showcase that combo to you very quick. Let's say like I see some enemies here, let me aggro this ant here. So I Frigid, I make it pull, I do Health Spear, I re-pull enemies, I do this, and then I cast Searing. Some stuff to keep in mind is in practical use. Always use insulating lens. Try to have a magic circle to go back. If you don't have one, you can put one under your feet when you're casting all of these stuff to get more damage. You can pop Courageous Action before popping Searing, so you're not silenced. Also very, very good. And yeah, that's it. Rev is this easy. Always prio CCing. If you can put a Shadow Vortex to where you're gonna pull before you actually make the pull, that will be amazing. Let's say, let me aggro this mob. Say I wanna make a pull like here. I'm gonna make a Shadow Vortex, bridge it, do this. As you see, the Shadow Vortex is doing a lot of work. And then you Searing. And yeah, that's the idea behind Revenant. Playing this class will net you a lot of positive results. If you find yourself having no impact, you get a CC, you die instantly, you're playing like an ego class and you don't know how to like position, how to build toward it and shit like that, just play Revenant. As long as you're built somewhat tanky, you'll be doing fucking god work, bro. Like, this class has it all. You can always play it in small scale too. As you can see, this is basically what I use for also small scale. With like Flame Bolt, Arc Lightning, you still do a lot of damage if you find a chance to arc. But besides that, you can be a great playmaker for your raid, for your party in small scale, or for yourself while doing like 1v1s or 1v10s or whatever. And even in like doing PvE and shit, I still play this class because it's amazing. I farm Garden with the magic deathbend staff in like 10 minutes. And yeah, just switch to Revenant, bro. Like, if you're a mage and you're playing like Fnatic and Spellsinger and like some other random shit, play Revenant and you will be doing yourself and your nation a very, very big favor. Thanks for tuning in, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section.